King Charles privately congratulates President Jimmy Carter on turning 100. King Charles is among the many celebrating former President Jimmy Carter's milestone 100th birthday. People understands that the king expressed warm personal greetings and great admiration for Carter's lifetime of duty and public service, according to a spokesperson for the monarch. In a private message, the king congratulated Carter on becoming the first former president to become a centenarian. Carter, who turned 100 on October 1, served as U.S. President from 1977 to 1981, and during that time met the king's parents Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip in 1977. Both Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip also almost lived to see 100. Hello viewers, please remember to subscribe and click on the notifications bell icon, so you will be notified whenever we upload new cookies about the British royal family. Prince Philip died in April 2021, less than 2 months shy of his 100th birthday. The Queen died in September 2022 at 96 years old. Pierre Trudeau, Prince Charles Far Background, Princess Margaret, Takeo Fukuda, James Callaghan, Valéry Giscard d'Estaing, Queen Elizabeth II, Prince Philip, Queen Elizabeth the Queen Mother, Jimmy Carter, Giulio Andreotti and Helmut Schmidt in 1977. The former president, the late Queen and late Duke of Edinburgh had dinner together in Buckingham Palace following a NATO ministerial meeting at Lancaster House in London, according to the White House Historical Association. Associated Press reports that at the dinner, when the Queen Mother arrived, Carter broke away, took her by the hand and escorted her to the assembled line of guests. The Queen Mother would herself live to 101 and died in March 2002. Carter, who became the longest-living president in March 2019, began receiving hospice care in February 2023. Not long after, it was revealed that his wife of over 75 years, Rosalind Carter, had been diagnosed with dementia. The former First Lady died in November 2023, and Carter made a rare public appearance at her funeral service later that month. He wore a blanket that had his wife's face stitched onto it, paying homage to their decades-spanning love story, which was not much different than the king's parents, who were married for over 70 years themselves. That said, King Charles is set to hand Prince Andrew a strict ultimatum as housing feud intensifies. King Charles is ready to hand Prince Andrew a strict ultimatum in their ongoing feud regarding his royal lodge home. The monarch has reportedly been trying to evict the Duke of York for some time and has recently intensified his efforts in the form of taking away his brother's security detail. But disgraced Andrew is said to have retorted to childish antics and refused to leave the royal property, instead choosing to brood in a dark room and refusing to leave. His behavior is testing the patience of the king, who is giving Andrew an ultimatum that could make things worse for him if he doesn't abide by the rules. If the Duke of York does decide to leave, Frogmore Cottage, which was gifted to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle by the late Queen as a wedding present, could become his new home. King Charles cut off Andrew's security plan in a bid to remove him from the Royal Lodge, but the Duke of York has instead reportedly doubled down. A palace insider claimed Charles' patience is now running thin as Andrew is taking longer than desirable to recognize the reality of the situation. The source told The Times, if he doesn't agree to move to a property better suited to his needs, then the king may have to reconsider the levels of support he is willing to provide. Some have suggested that ex-wife Sarah Ferguson's £4 million Belgravia home could also be a suitable alternative for the Duke and Duchess of York to live in, as it sits empty. But experts have played down that idea. A royal correspondent pointed out that this property is not a silver bullet to the Prince Andrew problem, and could not only cause problems for him, but also places a burden on the UK taxpayer. Royal commentator Gareth Russell warned of the security risks that come with placing Prince Andrew in the Mayfair house. He told GB News, moving someone like Prince Andrew, who is a brother of the monarch and also a very controversial public figure, into a private residence in the centre of one of the busiest cities in the world, is not something that can feasibly be undertaken unless there is a security presence there. Plus, that doesn't really solve the problem of how to keep Andrew safe without making him a burden to the taxpayer. The apartment is complete with a golf simulator, swimming pool, and private cabanas. It turns out that the Canadian government was behind the purchase, attaching King Charles' name because the property will be used as an official residence for Canada's Consul General in New York. As Canada is a part of the Commonwealth, King Charles is the country's head of state. Images of the 3,600 square feet property, located on 111 West 57th Street, show regal furniture and decor alongside a huge swimming pool. Canada got a good deal for the property, as the asking price was up at £8.3 million just 2 years ago. Prince Harry and his father are thought to have only spoken a handful of times so far in 2024, with conversation between the pair rare. King Charles did not meet with his son when he visited the UK in May to mark the 10th anniversary celebration of the Invictus Games at St Paul's Cathedral. Despite both being in London, it was announced that the monarch's full programme meant it was not possible for a meeting of the pair. In response to the many inquiries and continued speculation on whether or not the Duke will meet with his father while in the UK this week, it unfortunately will not be possible due to His Majesty's full programme, a spokesperson for the Duke of Sussex said at the time. The Duke of course is understanding of his father's diary of commitments and various other priorities and hopes to see him soon. In a statement released ahead of his 40th birthday tomorrow, Harry focused in on the importance of family. "I was anxious about 30, I'm excited about 40, he said. "Becoming a father of 2 incredibly kind and funny kids has given me a fresh perspective on life, as well as sharpening my focus in all my work. Being a dad is one of life's greatest joys and has only made me more driven and more committed to making this world a better place." King Charles' relationship with his younger son, Prince Harry, remains in question. Harry and Charles were hardly on speaking terms by the time Harry left the royal family, and it seems they have gotten a bit closer, but they are still not in a place where Harry feels comfortable enough staying with the royal family during his UK visits. But those close to Charles say that the difficult relationship will not overshadow Charles' desire to be close with his grandchildren, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet. The prince values family, and is determined to connect with them, Insider says. Charles was able to spend a bit of time with Archie, Harry and Meghan Markle's son, when he was born. Archie lived in the UK for about 9 months before Harry and Meghan relocated to the United States, and Charles reportedly has not seen his grandson since Harry and Meghan visited the UK in 2022. He has only met Princess Lilibet once or twice, but his relationship with Harry won't stop him from being close with the grandkids, one source claims. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and drop comments, and most importantly don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything.